Welcome to this video tutorial. My name is Axel and this is part 3 of the Magic Photobook tutorials. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, please watch these videos first before you go on with number 3. We built a master template. We talked about keywords, keyword menus and how they work in conjunction with the theme setups. And in this video we will talk about additional themes to be displayed at the buyer side. Therefore you have to turn on that tab here. So if we go back to the master template, we press A for the buyer view appearance settings, and here you find the theme tab, and this has to be turned on to display that tab at the buyer side. That's step number 1. And if we now go back, you already saw the result. The theme tab is available and the buyer can choose from here. In this case, all themes are displayed which I got on my account, and most of the time, as you can see it here, it doesn't make sense, and this is why you can filter which themes should be displayed here. So now we're really talking about Photobook themes, not about layouts for particular pages. As you can see it here, it's an entire theme. It includes layout for all the pages, and if we would like, for example, to remove our universal theme, which does not fit to all the others, we have to change the setting in the Photobook theme itself. So I go back to my account again, to the Photobook themes, and we can open the Berlin theme first. And here we find the setting that all themes should be displayed, like we saw a second ago. If the selection should completely be hidden, and this is something we will try out now. So I will close it. I will double check if Berlin is selected or not. Yes, it is. Okay, and if I go to the buyer side, I'm pretty sure nothing has changed. You see, it's still visible here because we have to reload the entire editor again to update the settings of the theme. Let's check if the setting's still there. Yeah, it's Berlin, okay. And if I now go to the buyer side, the theme tab has disappeared. These are the layout snippets, not the themes. Maybe a bit confusing, but anyway, the theme tab has disappeared, even that it's still turned on. That's the important thing here. You see it here, it's still turned on. And this is one of the mechanisms in the background working with the Magic Photobook. Even that this tab is on, it's turned off because you defined it in the theme. Another feature is the option to sort and filter even the themes by keywords. So we can switch that one to filter by keyword or filter by keywords. And now I can choose travel, for example. The same I will do for Barcelona and let's say Miami. And after I have created a keyword for a theme, I can only filter these themes here by their keywords. So it also gives me a nice overview that I forgot Paris. But that's for testing, because if I now go back to my template to change to Paris, I've got again all themes available on my account, because in the Paris theme, I didn't say that it should be filtered. It should show all themes. And if we now switch back to Berlin, it is filtered because it's not working again, because I have to reload the editor. I'm sorry really for that, but we cannot update the information of the theme with having the template open. That's the reason. And it's a good reason to struggle with all these setups. And this is why I do it again and showing you again. So don't be frustrated. Don't be unsure that you did something wrong. As soon as you have changed these settings in your theme, really close the editor, open it again, and open your Photobook again. Okay, I would like to load the latest version. And now, just for you to remember what I wanted to show to you, we said that the Berlin theme, if this is loaded initially, should filter the themes to be displayed here by a keyword and we define the keyword travel. And because of the fact that Barcelona and Miami got the same keyword assigned, these three are displayed here. Paris is not shown because Paris does not have that keyword travel defined. Yeah? So if we have a look here, there's nothing defined. So it's not part of the travel family here, let's say. That's one option to sort and filter these themes to be displayed at the buyer side. In addition, you can also use a keyword menu for these themes. I mean, now we've got 3 or 4, that's easy, but if you may have 10, 20, 40 different themes to choose from for the buyer, you may would like to work with a keyword menu. So I press A again, I go to the Photobook tab again. To scroll down a bit, and here you see that you can define a theme keyword menu. And in a moment I haven't selected one, but I have prepared one, which is called Photobook Themes. We save it, we go to the buyer side again, and if we go to themes, nothing will be displayed. Why is that? One reason is the keyword itself. If we have a look at the account, to go for keyword menu, I will show you the Photobook Themes keyword menu, and it got 2 keywords, Europe and non-European, and both are not in use, so nothing to display really. That's one reason. The other reason is if you're using a keyword menu within your template here, you have to turn off within the themes that option. So this option here got highest priority. So at the end of the day, if you mix up both like I'm doing now, I'm filtering these themes now by keyword here directly in the theme. And in addition, I have added a keyword menu to the template, to my master Photobook. This won't work. So I will go here for show all themes, and I will change it to make my new keyword menu working to Europe. Paris, show them all, Europe. Barcelona, Europe. And this one here is non-European. So let's go back, close it, reload it, and give it a try. Here we go. We have Europe and non-European. The only thing which is now missing is a translation for these 2 tabs. But the good news is that the namespace is displayed where we have to add the translation. Menu is a namespace because it's a Printess menu, which needs a translation for Europe and non-European. So again, we go back to our account to go to the translations, and we have that custom translations where we can now open the editor to go to the menu section. You can see it here. This is a namespace, and I can now add a new key. I'm starting here with the language English, which is always the best way to go if you have several languages to translate, because the English translation could automatically be translated with one mouse click to any other language available on your system. So always start with English if it makes sense to you. So the keyword's Europe. Okay, let me add that one. And in English, it should say Europe, of course, right? Or we can say European cities. Save. Okay. And I would like to add another key to call it non-European cities, for example. Okay, and if we go back now, I will reload the Photobook again without loading the editor new. That should be good enough in this case for the keyword menu. And as you can see, we now have a proper naming for our 2 tabs, European and non-European. Okay, but how did I set up these Photobook themes? Let's have a look again. So I do need the Printess Book Universal and the Printess Book Travel tag. I have in this case no search tags assigned, and for the backgrounds I have assigned Printess backgrounds. So if we would like to do a new one, I press Add Theme. I will call it Kyoto, for example. Okay, this is pre-assigned, nothing I have to care for. Then I am searching for the travel tag. If I assign it here, remember the layout snippets for the cover will appear at the buyer side. If I assign these additional ones for the cities here, they won't. Okay, I choose Kyoto for the cover. I have single page options available here. Let's go for this one for the first page, this one for the last page, and some of those for the double pages. And we need a background. We've got the keyword pattern travel here where I can have a look for the right background, and yeah, well, I don't know, let's go for that one here. Okay, we've got a new theme here, and again, if we go back, I forgot to define a keyword. Okay, same story, closer editor, loaded new, okay. And if we now go to non-European, we've got 2 themes available. That's it for today. Thank you for watching and hope to see you in part 4. Bye bye.